One. Welcome. Due to unfortunate circumstances, many of you know, and we'll say again later on this evening, Linda, who was supposed to lead today, her father passed away this week. She's in Boston with her family, and so Karen and Jeff and myself, who are supposed to sing tonight anyway, will lead you through tonight's shortened service. This is Daven Dine, and those of you who have signed up for the dine part afterwards, we're looking forward to seeing you at Lynn's Hibachi. And so we're going to try to get through service and get us over there, because I know we're going to be hungry. So, but welcome everybody. Thank you so much. And welcome to everybody who is watching on YouTube. Unfortunately, if you're very far away, you're not going to Lynn's Hibachi.
Please turn to page 128 for Hine Matov.
Second.
טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד שברכים גם יחד שברכים גם יחד
Let us turn to page 120. Let's read together on the page, on top of page 121. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Since hopefully all of us are meeting after the service, we'll forego the say hello to the neighbor next to you. We'll have plenty of time to say hello later on.
All right, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. All right, please turn to page 138 for Lecha Dodi. We will, as is custom, we will do verses 1 to 5 and 9, I believe, and we will rise on.
Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekabla. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekabla. Shemor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Yishme'anu el am yuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad. L'shemo tiferet v'litzila. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekabla. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nercha. Ki hi mekor habracha. Mirosh mikedem nesucha. Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tila. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekabla. Hitoreri, hitoreri. Ki ba'orech kumi uri. Uri, uri, shir daberi. Kavod Adonai, alayich nigla. Ay, 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 lecha dodi. Ay, 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 likrat kala. Ay, 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 penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekabla. Ho'i v'shalom ateret bala. Gam b'simcha u'v'zola. Toch emunei am segula. Boi chala. Boi chala. Ay,
Don't sit down just yet. And if you two would go over to the ark for me. We are on page 146 for the Baruch Hu. We can leave it. We can leave it unless you want to open it. Because then we can't open it. Not done yet.
After this, you get
We think.
for a. That's Shema, right? Shema?
Yes.
Shema is next. That's on page 152. Hope I had a great Friday.
Now you may be seated for a moment.
Page 154. Ve'avta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam levanecha, vidibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uvlechtecha v'derech, uv'shalpecha uv'kumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
Page 164, we rise for the Amidah.
I need to speak louder.
Adonai Siftai Tiftach Ufi Agi Tehilatecha Adonai Siftai Tiftach Ufi Agi Tehilatecha Adonai, eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai Siftai Tiftach Ufi Agi Tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chasei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevii Geula Livnei B'neihem L'ma'an Shemo Ba'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah. Top of 168. Atah Gibor Olam Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah Moshiach Mashiach Ruach Moshiach Hagashem Mechachel Chaim Bechesed Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim Tomech Noflim Verofeh Cholim Umatir Asurim Umchayeh Memunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umidom Elach Melech Menit Umchayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua Eneman Atah Lechayot HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh HaKol. At this time, please take a moment
to provide your own prayer silently to Adonai, either in the book or from your heart, and you may be seated when you are complete.
Please turn to page
78.
178 for Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rahava Yisrael Amcha Tatzim Leolam. Shalom Rahava Yisrael Amcha Tatzim Leolam. Shalom Rahava Yisrael Amcha Tatzim Leolam. Shalom Rahava Yisrael Tasim leolam, ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom, ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rava Yisrael Tasim leolam. Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rava Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Shalom Rava Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Baruch atah Adonai Ambarech et Amo Yisrael Bashalom. Shalom Rava. Perfect.
We're going one more time.
Just like we rehearsed it. Before we get to the Misha Berach, again, because of circumstances that were unfortunately We're without Linda tonight. There wasn't a whole lot of time for a full-on drash. However, this is an important in time and flip in the story. And maybe this is something, just take a quick second to synopsis for those who know. Parshat Shemot is the time when the Israelites, there's a changing of the guard in Egypt. There's a new Pharaoh, not the same as his father. Not as nice is the wrong word. Not as respectful to people like Joseph, who helped the Egyptian people and cemented at least some Jewish presence in Egypt. Ramesses saw Jews differently. And how many times do we have to hear that? So I'm hoping at dinner, maybe for those of us who are going, might talk a little bit about what that's meant over the course of history for us. The Jews are now enslaved in Egypt. We are now coming to the time of Moses. And this parsha is the beginning of, well, it's telling the story of the Jews as they are being made to make the pyramids and to hard labor themselves out of existence. It wasn't just to build. It wasn't just to do things for the Egyptians. There was a bigger cause to this. Ramesses and the Egyptian High Council felt that if given too much power, if given a place in Egypt, eventually the Jews would take over. Eventually could drive the Pharaoh himself out of power. Couldn't have that. The idea behind the hard labor of the Jews wasn't just, it was great. Build my things for me, can make my statues, can make my pyramids. It was to get rid of the Jewish people. Slaying of the firstborn. How Moses got into the basket. It's how he got down the river. Not the greatest thing to think about right now. It will lead to a better story. It will lead to better times. But this is a dark time for us in our story. And there's a little hope today. Rabbi Mika sent out a really nice email about it with what's going on over in Israel. And no matter what, a ray of hope is better than none at all, is how I would look at it. And going into Shemot, maybe that story gets a little better. Maybe our story will get a little better. Something to think about and talk about while we're at dinner. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Shabbat Shalom.
Yes. This was on page 371.
371.
I'm not keeping track. The Mishaberach.
It is now that our thoughts turn to those who are in need of healing in our congregation and beyond. Amelia Parsons, Daniel Hurst, David Bonham, Fred Belkin, Gary Marco, Heather Mullis, Joyce Levy-Levine, Julie Cooper, Linda Topol, Mandy Shanks, Natalie Latovsky, Paul Cohen, Sherry Morris, Steve Nola. If anybody else has any names to add?
Mishaberach the source of strength, who bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberat imotenu mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
All right, so Sans, you had the Mishnah Barak list. You have the other list. Well, okay, great, beautiful. We have the happy things like birthdays and anniversaries and such. While we're looking that up, also good news, simcha news. Somebody give us some good news tonight. Something that's happened this week that is joyful. Woo!
Nice. That's great. Also great.
Aha.
Great news.
Yes, and I did find it, so excellent. Go ahead, Spencer. Are they two really good things? Okay. Because you know, if it didn't, she would tell you. She would say, she's here. Okay. We have a gingerbread Hanukkah house we forgot to do during Hanukkah. We're going to do it this weekend.
Helena has a good news. You're being pointed at. That's
All
really
right,
good
Mazel
news.
Tov. That is good news.
Shakoach.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And this,
Wow.
Okay.
Very nice.
Mazel Tov.
All right.
Proactively.
But we also do have some birthdays.
Ooh.
Toby American, Frank Chansey, and Dmitry Pravitsky. And we have Robert and Barbara Lynch celebrating their anniversary this week. Their 17th, or it's either on the 17th or it's their 17th. I can never, on the 17th.
Definitely.
Okay.
On the 17th.
All right. Excellent. So,
My father's birthday as well. So.
Today?
all right.
Mr. Brad's birthday
Wow.
was
Awesome.
yesterday.
All right. We are almost there. Elenu.
I can't see that. Elenu, 586? Or is that from the old book?
586.
Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula le'otzer bereshit, shehu noteh shamayim v'yaser haaretz, u'moshav yikaro, b'shamayim mimahal, u'shchinatu zo, b'govei meromim, u'Eloheinu לך אבינו מודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. 591. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו well, you know, you may as well stay standing.
It's good for your heart.
Yes. On page 598, we now remember those who have passed and who we pray or who we honor their memory. In recent, Adele Friedman, Robert Gillespie, and Melvin Babner, father of Linda Needel. And all of our thoughts are with Linda. Again, she was supposed to lead tonight. She's in Boston, and I do understand, in good spirits, did say her father was very, very happy and well-lived gentleman, and they are celebrating. Also, yard sites observed this week: Beatrice Breitbart, Ben Hoffman, Bessie Coplin, Sarah Hirsch, Francis Bress, Harry Boyer, Harry Samuels, Harry Meyer, Herman Hurwitz, Ida Babner, Jane Jennings, Jenny Salmonson, Joseph Newman, Julia Silver, Lillian Shapiro, Nettie Baumgarten, Paul Pressel, Richard Allen Moss, and Ruth Hoffman. Those who are observing yard sites, or whose custom it is to stand for others, who wish to stand for others, may do so. Everyone else may be seated at this time. Top of 598. Yit kadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, v'alamad divrach chirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon, v'chayei dekol beit Yisrael, v'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mavarach la'alam olmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, v'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichrona livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. And you may be seated. Mr. Mark, do you have any announcements you would like to come up and give? Yeah, Jesus.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's good to be here on a cool evening, but it's going to be colder next week. Let's see. So we do have coming up on Saturday, January 25th, Adult Ed Movie Night, and the movie is a real pain. And I've heard mostly good things about it. No charge for the popcorn. I mean, where are you going to get that? Okay. On Friday, February 7th, it is Shabbat Shirah, and we will have a whole host of songs commemorating that were written by Debbie Friedman. Some of your favorites and some that you might not have heard as much. Then on February 8th, the next night is Sisterhood Chick Flick Night. You don't want to miss that if you're one of the Sisterhood chicks. And on Friday, February 21st, Family Shabbat service, breakfast for dinner. That sounds exciting. Just a reminder that it's time of the year to sign up for your own egg. Just go to your sign-on ShulCloud and go to the Own Egg tab and sign up for the evening of your choice. Pick a friend out and do it. We usually do in teams, 2 households or 3, depending on the night. And I think those are the main things we have.
Yes. No Sunday school this week?
No. Oh, and Sunday morning, though, we've got Adult Ed, 10 to 11:15 with David. Yes, with David Durlam. So be here at 10 and learn how to deal with difficult issues. How's that?
The other David looked up at like, what, me? What?
Thank you, Mike, Jeff, and Karen for this evening's music. Very nice.
Yes. And thank you, Seth, for tech.
And Seth for tech. And Pat, you have something to say? Yes, and for those of you at home, 9 o'clock Sunday morning, that's going to be the Interior Design Committee meeting. Anyone is invited, whether you got an email about it or not. And now that's all we have.
Okay.
This is not in the book. Sorry.
But the words,
You'll recognize the Hebrew.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the Amida. It's the end
though
of...
the time be far,
I know that cometh. End of Adon Olam.
when each nation shall each other bless, and peace the earth shall fill, and God shall reign over the earth. On that day God shall be one, and your name it shall be one. The end of the Amida, or the Lenu. Bayom Ahu Yeh Adonai Echad U'Shmo Echad. Bayom Ahu Yeh Adonai Echad. On that dawn of peace, we'll smash that spear of war, and everyone beneath the vine and fig shall be afraid no more. And God shall reign over the earth. On that day God shall be one, and your name it shall be one. And it shall come to pass that peace is what we'll find. Then we'll join our hands with everyone across the borderline, and God shall reign over the earth. On that day God shall be one, and your name it shall be one. Bayom Hahu, Bayom Hahu, Yeh Adonai, Yeh Adonai, Echad U'Shmo Echad, Bayom Hahu, Ahu Yeh Adonai Echad. Yeh Adonai Echad. Try it with us. Bayom Ahu Yeh Adonai Echad U'Shmo Echad. Bayom Ahu Yeh Adonai Echad.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We will do a very, very quick kiddush in the social hall and then head to Lynn's Hibachi. They are expecting us.